Selim Atalay is a journalist and commentator for 24 TV here in Istanbul, and he joins me now in the studio for some further analysis of what is happening in Venezuela. I mean, most analysts agree Juan Guaido took a gamble yesterday, declaring the final phase of his ousting of President Nicolas Maduro. Do you think that gamble paid off?
It hurt him, I think, more than anything. That was a desperate attempt. The initial stage, his video call was pretty desperate. I couldn't tell if the guys in fatigues behind him were real soldiers or some hired employees. And also the rank and file did not match to a coup. And also he instigated a coup. I'm afraid he lost his legitimacy because he was running on a very legitimate base, quote unquote, until so far. And instigating a coup, an uprising, doesn't quite match that. So he might turn into, change into fatigues.
Why do you think he felt so emboldened to do what he did at that time yesterday when he didn't really have the military on board? And that is key if you want to carry this type of operation out.
That's the tragedy of puppets, actually. When they're told what to do and what not to do, it's out of their control. And he was probably told to move on. And he didn't know what was going on.
When you say he was told to move on, do you think this was via international intervention, perhaps his supporters in the United States said now or never?
I'm afraid Mr. Bolton made it too obvious that this is his show, this his coup, his plan, and along with Mr. Pompeo and Vice President Pence, a Twitter coup was staged apparently. And when you look back, you see who Guaido was dealing with, not with the Venezuelan people, but with Washington, D.C.
So what are the consequences now?
It's bad because Bolton made this very personal. Washington Post just carried an analysis saying, did Trump fumble an uprising in Venezuela? The answer is yes, big time. Also, it's become a personal matter for both Bolton and Trump, so they'll try again. And harsher methods. Pompeo just half an hour ago says, if necessary, a military intervention could be at the works too. So these are very extreme cases. And let's go back and remember how Donald Trump got elected. No more foreign interventions and no more foreign adventures. He's right getting into one.
Can I ask you about what, I'm not going to say as a detail because it is of fundamental importance to what Juan Guaido is doing now. He brought out Leopoldo López as a symbol of sorts, not least to be able to say, hey, look, the military has helped us free this House-imprisoned opposition leader. So get on board with us. We've got him now as well freed. We've got the momentum. I mean, what did that serve for in the end?
The relationship between Lopez and Guaido have always been questionable anyway. Guaido was a get-go, going between for Lopez. He was bringing his laundry to when Lopez was in house arrest, and food and cigarettes too. So there's always a question. If Lopez is out and free, his master, real political master within Venezuela, what will Guaido do? And Guaido might have been carried away by himself too much, too long, and apparently too desperate right now.
Right. Okay. Selim, we will leave it there for now. Thanks so much for coming in and sharing your analysis as always.